Well, the day is one of the best, it's a better day than that this time last year because of the fact that Savile is now delivered, and the feeling of the crowd is even better, and plus it's a much larger crowd as well, so there's a hell of a difference between last year and this year, because last year we were waiting for Savile, this year we have Savile, and out of Savile came the exoneration of our people.
Do you think it gives encouragement to other campaign groups that are still out there?
Oh, most definitely, because we committed the impossible. I think the people out there should realise that they can do the same thing, and it's not a matter of just doing something and just hopefully it happens. Go out and do it like we did, and the only thing is it took us 38.5 years to do it, but we achieved it. Remember that, we achieved it.
Well, obviously this is a hugely significant day for people in Derry, and particularly for the families of those who were murdered and injured on Bloody Sunday. And this is the 39th anniversary. It comes at a time whenever Savile has produced his report, which has effectively vindicated all of those who were shot on that day. And quite surprisingly also, I think, given that it was a British judge that made the decision, accepted the evidence given at the tribunal by people who were involved in the IRA, and clearly didn't accept the evidence given at the tribunal by members of the Parachute Regiment. So I think that huge day for the city. This is probably the biggest turnout ever in any Bloody Sunday commemorative march.
The Ballymurphy families are here in support of the Derry families. They have given us a platform over the years to talk about the Ballymurphy killings. And Ballymurphy families are delighted that all 14 innocent civilians in Derry have been vindicated by the British government. Now we're here just to celebrate with them, and we take encouragement from the campaign that the Bloody Sunday families have done for the last 40 years.
Oh, there's.
This is a very poignant, a very emotional day for all of us, but particularly for the families of those people who were murdered here on Bloody Sunday and the others who were injured. There's only 7 people who were shot by the British Army. And what was to be a peaceful anti-internment march ended in murder, huge shock trauma for the families and for the people of Ireland, particularly so for the people of this fine city of Derry. It's a turning point in Irish history and a personal crossroads for tens and thousands of Irish people. Almost 40 years of campaigning, including 12 years of the Savile inquiry, almost 40 years of cover-up, threats, lies, subversion, ridicule, witchery, censorship, and the suppression of the truth. But in June, the families were vindicated, so Bullabus Moore, mar Sinn. Witchery tried to blame the victims, we tried to blame the marchers, we tried to blame the people of this city, we tried to blame the IRA, everyone but the British Army. Savile set the record straight. I was here the day the Savile report was released, and you know, I've seen this so many times in prison and negotiations. The British officials put in place their little intricate, elaborate protocols and processes. So anybody who was going to see the Savile report had to give a commitment that they wouldn't talk to the media. But even that wasn't good enough. They had to surrender their mobile phones. And all of this was for the British government to get their spin out first. But as usual, they missed the resilience and the ingenuity of human beings, and particularly Irish people. Because we all saw up here the little thumbs up coming out. And we knew that all of that nonsense had not broken the will of these families. And of course, and let it be said, the British Prime Minister, David Cameron, admitted that what happened here was wrong, and he apologised for it. And the family spoke for all of us that day. But I want to quote what Tony Doherty, whose father was killed here, what he said. The victims of Bloody Sunday have been vindicated. The Parachute Regiment has been disgraced. Witchery's great lie has been laid bare. The truth has been brought home at last. It can now be proclaimed to the world that the dead and wounded of Bloody Sunday, civil rights marchers, were innocent one and all. The Parachute Regiment are the frontline assassins for British political and military elite. Just as the civil rights movement 40 years ago was part of something huge happening all over the world, so the repression that came upon us was the same suffered by ordinary people everywhere who dared to stand up against injustice. Sharpeville, Gronsney, Tenement Square, Darfur, Gaza, let our truth stand as their truth also. Tony spoke for all of us when he said that. David Cameron did the right thing that day, and the people of Derry, particularly the families, were gracious and magnanimous. But the British Prime Minister also said that Bloody Sunday is not the defining story of the British Army and our country. Mr. Cameron, Bloody Sunday is the defining story of the British Army and our country. These people here from Ballymurphy and from Springhill in West Belfast, 6 months before Bloody Sunday, the Parachute Regiment murdered 11 citizens in Ballymurphy. 6 months after Bloody Sunday, they went in and murdered 5 more citizens in Springhill. The same regiment, and for all we know, the same soldiers. 16 people in all, including 2 local priests, a mother of 8 children, a young girl of 13, and 2 boys of 15 and 16. These families also deserve to know the truth. All victims including victims of the Republican forces, deserve to know the truth. Victims of collusion, victims of state terrorism, victims of unionist paramilitarism, if we're to have a healing process, all deserve to know the truth. And an independent international truth commission is a way to do this. Not one established by the British government or any of the combatants, but a commission established by an appropriate international agency and facilitated by both governments. Now, the British government may resist this, as it resisted and suppressed the truth of Bloody Sunday. But the Bloody Sunday families have shown the way forward. They have shown everyone the way forward. And that's my main point here today. It's to thank the families and everyone who helped in the campaign. And I want to join with John in extending condolences to the family of Raymond McLean, to his wife Sheila, his son Sean and his daughter Sheila. And many other people, many of them here today, I don't want to name names, who helped in so many little ways. The families were courageous, they were resilient, they were tenacious, they were determined. They are brilliant. You made a stand for your loved ones, for your families, for Derry and for Ireland. You made a stand for people everywhere who love freedom. And you're from a great tradition. We, all of us, are from a great tradition, a generous tradition, a peaceful tradition. And the families had a story to tell, and they told it. And they had songs to sing, and they sang them. So thank you, all of the families, all of the campaigners. You made sure, and your loved ones made sure, on that civil rights march against internment, that all of us, Protestant, Catholic and Dissenter, will be free one day, that we will overcome.
Now brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. Yes, you know better. Just look at me in the eye and say, what do you want to say?
We're gonna do it anyway.
We're gonna do it anyway. Let me hear you. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. There's something inside so strong, so strong. I know that I can make it. Don't do me wrong, so wrong. You know that my pride is gone. No, no. There's something inside so strong. There's something inside so strong, so strong. I know that I can make it. Don't you do me wrong, so wrong. You know that my pride is gone. No, no. There's something inside so strong. 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 I've just been asked to sing this one little thing by Jerry, and I want us to sing it with us.